Video number 2. In the last video, I gave you an introduction to this fascinating race of ETs. Who are the Arcturians exactly? Well, the Arcturians are an alien or extraterrestrial race that originate from the blue planet that orbits the red giant star Arcturus in the Boötes constellation. As I mentioned in the last video, Arcturus orbits at approximately 36 light years from our solar system. So yes, it's pretty far away. Arcturians are the most advanced civilization in the galaxy, transcending into the 4th and 5th dimensions. The name Arcturian comes from the Greek word Arktos for bear and ouros for guardian. So yes, the Arcturians are literally our mama bear, taking care of and protecting us. They are not physical beings like humans. Us humans, we are a combination of both particle and wave. Humans, like most quantum particles, exist in a state of duality, having both physical and spiritual aspects. We have a physical body, but we also have a solar spirit. In the last video, we focused more on the physical side of these light beings. In this video, I'm answering what are the Arcturians like on an intellectual, spiritual, and energetic level. So as we continue, if you have any sudden ideas or downloads or questions, please share them with our community all together in the comments below so we can discuss these things. Now, as I mentioned in the last video, the Arcturians are the most intellectual and technologically advanced beings in the Milky Way galaxy. I know we've been told that as humans we are superior, but really, what are we comparing ourselves to? And let's face it, there are so many questions from the past. To name a few, I could ask who built the pyramids? I could ask what happened to Atlantis? Where is Cleopatra's tomb? What was the fate of the Ark of the Covenant? There are so many questions. The Arcturians are hugely advanced in many ways. First of all, their spiritual advancement allows them to never age. Based on one account, they can live for 350 to 500 years, and on another account that I read about, they live for over 1,000 years. I know for some of you, what popped into your head just now is Yoda. Does this sound familiar? He was able to meditate, and he aged differently as well. Makes you think, doesn't it? Back to the Arcturians. They obviously experience time and space in a different way, and they are able to travel beyond time and space. What does that mean? They end their lives when their contract and hence their mission for that life expires. There's no illnesses or disease on Arcturus, being completely eradicated hundreds of years ago. This is what the Arcturians want for us as well. Now, one of the problems with humans is that we relate and rely too heavily on our physical bodies and our physical experience. That is where illness originates. The Arcturians belong to a group mentality, which is often called the Arcturian collective. However, they do not act as a hive mind, as each of the Arcturians have their own personality, and they can act very independently and individually as well. This may be the only form of duality that the Arcturians exhibit. This collective mind is a great way to start to explain how Arcturians communicate with us humans, and with each other, really. I'm going to discuss that in video number 4 in this series, so I don't want to get ahead of myself. They are highly analytical as well. Their analysis are fully integrated with the highest order of intuition and emotionally enlightened love. Their intelligence is not what one would call an IQ. Their immense knowledge is free of ego and judgment of others. It is simply not present. This ego that humans struggle with, it's a mechanism of the human body and the brain. It's a requirement of keeping the physical body alive. The Arcturians are the keepers of the Akashic records, which is the complete record and account of all truth and fact from the beginning of time. This includes all possible outcomes of every situation that ever was and ever will be. Due to their access to all this knowledge and their ability to vibrate at such a high loving frequency, they are associated with love and healing. This emotional and spiritual healing is the reason why a lot of psycho-spiritual healers have a special connection with Arcturians and with Arcturus. Arcturians have developed the ability to transcend the ego, the separative, lower, fear-based self. Success is judged only in terms of their measure of light frequency. There are machines on Arcturus that constantly check the vibrational frequencies each individual on the planet is manifesting. The path to realization of source is the goal of every Arcturian and is reflected in every aspect of their society. Arcturians teach that love is the fundamental component of life in the 5th dimension. They want to help humans to raise their vibration in such a way that we can experience this too. I will discuss this in the 5th and final video of our series. They teach us that negativity, fear, and feeling of guilt must be overcome by detachment and awareness, and it must be replaced by love and spiritual light. At this point, tell me how you feel about the Arcturians now. Can you comment below your feelings, fears, desires, any questions that you might have? Are you feeling like you're believing in more of this? Do you think it's hard to swallow? Well, in the next video, I will shed more light on more of this. I will tell you how the Arcturians are as a society. I want to ask you again though, did I tell you lately that I love you? Again, you may be asking, how does she possibly love us? She doesn't even know us. Well, again, if someone is allowed to hate when they don't know the other person, then I'm allowed to love. And I do. If you freely give love as well, comment, I give and receive love. Please subscribe so that you don't miss my next video, the next installment of this little series as well. I love you all. Have an amazing day, guys. And be positively happy. Mwah.